Hi, I'm Liz Lumley from Finextra, and we're here at EBA Day in Berlin, and I'm speaking to Laura McGortey of Bank of New York Mellon. Now, of course, Bank of New York Mellon is a U.S. bank, and EBA Day is all about the single euro payments area. So, what does Sepa mean for U.S. banks and banks outside the Eurozone?
That's a great question, Liz, and certainly it depends on the financial institution. For many banks in the United States, it probably doesn't really mean much, especially if their clients are focused solely within the United States and very domestically. At BNY Mellon, we are much more of a global organization. We have, for example, $1.5 trillion of assets under management and $26 trillion of assets under custody and administration, and 50,000 employees around the world. With a current investment to expand our infrastructure globally, we have kind of a two-sided view of Sepa. So first, for our U.S. clients, we are looking to be able to provide seamless, cost-effective payments into the Eurozone, for pension payments or repetitive payments. They're consumer payments. And then separately, we're evaluating our space because as a global payments provider, we're focused on outside the U.S., primarily financial institutions as clients, rather than direct corporates or consumers for that matter. And so from that perspective, we're taking a bit of a, let's determine where we need to play in this space and how do we come alongside our financial institution clients in the Eurozone with supplemental services to assist them.
You mentioned infrastructure products. What is the willingness of this industry to tackle these type of huge IT programs?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think it's probably a matter of capacity, maybe even more so than willingness. And it really depends on where that financial institution is located and who their clientele is. What services and markets are they serving? And are the global payments capacities in that organization viewed as a cost center, an operational entity, or is it viewed as a revenue center? So, for example, a financial institution such as BNY Mellon, looking to broaden our global footprint, we're able to take advantage of the global payments revenue opportunities with cross-border that a solely domestic intra-Euro zone financial institution might not be able to. And so in the important aspect for any organization really is that the justification needs to be based on innovation and new revenue that comes from the platform as opposed to operational efficiencies and cost savings, because that approach will not be able to justify an infrastructure investment.
And of course, Sepa kind of commoditizes the transaction process. So, how can banks work with enhancing their value-added services to make up the shortfall?
Yeah, absolutely, and that is exactly what needs to happen. And I know it's a very challenging time maybe for financial institutions, specifically located in the Eurozone, because of that compression. But we've heard through the conference, and our awareness is that organizations do need to look at how they can layer on those value-based, value and added services. And so, for example, in the U.S., we did have the luxury of having a harmonized domestic payments infrastructure for many years, and we're able to layer on value-added services such as electronic invoicing and payment, cash management tools, working capital solution type tools, supply chain finance or receivables maximization tools, and partnering with non-bank entities, either partnering or in some cases we've acquired as needed. But the idea is that organizations can take that approach once things settle down to add more value. Liquidity management and data mining and reporting tools are hugely important and something that the clientele here, whether they're a small, mid-size, or large corporation, truly could benefit from. I think the challenge in this space will be balancing regulatory readiness with, at the same time, in parallel mode, figuring out how to build out these value-added services and partnering with folks to do so. And I think therein lies the challenge.